Hey Pisces, what's going on? I hope you're doing very, very well. My name is Diane. Let me just move this microphone back a little bit. My name is Diane, for those of you who don't know me, and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot. We're going to do a general reading for March, but you know, it's timeless. All of my readings are timeless, so whenever you happen to find this is when you were meant to see it. You are very welcome here, Pisces. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it very much. And if you feel called to like and subscribe for me, I would appreciate that a lot as well. Okay. So let's see what is going on for Pisces. Okay, you have Judgment, the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands, class, Two of Cups, wow, the Four of Wands, and Temperance. So you have some kind of partnership coming in here with a soulmate. Two of Cups energy. Someone that you really, really love talking to. Okay, you have the Judgment with the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands with the King of Swords, the Eight of Wands with the Nine of Cups, the Justice card, wow, with the Two of Cups. Oh, the Four of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles, and Temperance with the Page of Swords. So, I can also see that someone here is like a little cautious. It's this King of Swords here. Whether this is you or the person that you're dealing with, you're going to have to decide here. It could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like a masculine energy. Excuse me. Someone has been judged quite harshly by people in the past, or they feel like they've been judged quite harshly by people in the past for things that they might have said, or like they feel like when they've opened up to people in the past, they've been judged harshly. That's this King of Swords energy. So this person here, King of Swords, very smart, very analytical, but they have been hurt with the Nine of Wands. Like, that's someone that's really been through quite a lot of shit with people. Like, they've been, you know, let down by more than one person, so they're super cautious now. So this person has been deciding whether or not they should reach out to you with this Ace of Pentacles, with this offer. They see you as really, really sweet, this person. They see you as someone really, really sweet. They're about to walk through the door of like reaching out to you. The Judgment is, I feel like this has probably been going on for a while, because the Judgment is, you know, it takes like it's a decision that's it's taken a long time to make, you know. You're about to get some communication from this person that's going to be a total wish fulfillment for you. Talking to this person is a total wish fulfillment for you. Like, talking to each other is a wish fulfillment for you both, because I feel like you can say things to each other that you maybe wouldn't feel comfortable saying to other people. You feel like you can talk about anything. This is going to be very, very balanced, like very equal give and take. If you've had a lot of relationships in the past where it was like, you know, you were always the one making all the effort, or you were always the one chasing, it's not going to be like that with this person. Very, very balanced. You guys are each other's good karma, like for having been through so many crap relationships, and you think very similarly. You guys will be able to kind of, you'll have like a telepathic thing going on. You know, you'll be able to you'll know what this person's thinking and they'll know what you're thinking without you even having to say it. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles, the Chaser. Okay. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So this person has not come forward to tell you how they felt. This person's been something of a chaser in past relationships. So they've had a lot of codependent relationships before where they've, had to chase after the other person. They also could have like a little bit of a fear of abandonment issues. Is something that has been holding this person back. This is someone new, by the way, BT dubs, and they've been very heartbroken in the past, So this person hasn't told you how they felt. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. Whoa, shit. Okay. Ace of Pentacles with engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. So this person's not fucking around. Like, they're going to come in and make you some kind of offer, like they're going to ask you out or whatever, but this is like they're looking for someone to, be with for like the long term, like to marry, to be with for forever, this person. So there you go. Okay, tell me about, right, this is going to be very, very stable because you have the Four of Wands, like very, very stable connection. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's taken, I think it's taken a while for you guys to build this up. So you guys might be friends first. And I think it's something you've been waiting for a long time as well, the two of you. There's been a little bit of a delay with this coming together because there's been some healing that needed to happen. But during this time, this person's been keeping an eye on you. Tell me about this Four of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Ooh, with the Five of Swords. So this is a lot of stability after a lot of instability. Like the Five of Wands talks about chaos. At the bottom of this deck, you have stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation. And then you have the Five of Swords, which talks about, controlling people, manipulative people. So this is something very, very stable coming in after a lot of relationships with like crap people or crap situations. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. The Lovers. Ten of Pentacles, wow. Okay, this person comes in, like whenever, I don't know who you are here, I'm going to talk about you like you're the Queen of Pentacles. There needs to be some balance in terms of the way that you're looking after yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is, like about nurturing yourself. There needs to be some balance there. So I think you could do with like a little bit more rest or looking after yourself a little bit more. Okay. You guys are going to be in a commitment with this person really quick. I don't know what's going to happen here, but it's like it starts out slow, but then moves really, really quick. It's like you start out as friends or you start out as acquaintances or something like that. And then once it moves into like somebody's asked someone out, like it moves incredibly quickly because you realize how much you have in common. The connection here is being, you're really joined at the heart space. Like you have very similar heart space. Like you're both very kind and sweet and open-hearted, and you really, really love talking to each other. You're just going to find yourself, like with the Ten of Pentacles, that is a commitment, and it's very fast. It comes in really quick. And there could be a little bit of like a fear of commitment that this Queen of Pentacles is working through. Okay. But yeah, this comes in like really fast, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So it comes in at exactly the right time. Like the Wheel of Fortune is divine timing. The Tower, like it comes in. The commitment that you guys have comes in literally out of nowhere, and it's like a wish fulfillment. Yeah, you totally don't see this coming. Tell me about this King of Swords. The High Priestess. Okay, this person here tends to rely on like logic and facts and data, you know, what they can see and smell and touch, you know, but this person's learning to rely more on their intuition because, you know, they want a guarantee basically. Like this person wants, because they've like chased people in the past and they got their heart broken. It's almost like they want a guarantee before they make their move, or they make their feelings known that this is going to work. But I mean, you can't have that, right? Like, you know, you can't guarantee anything really. Like there's, excuse me, this person could have a little bit of a block about coming forward here with their throat chakra. You know, they're having to listen to their intuition, you know, rather than like analyzing the situation. Tell me about this King of Swords coming in. Oh, the Queen of Wands. Okay. Okay, so when this person shows up, you're going to be in your Queen of Wands energy here. Very fiery, very passionate, very confident. Tell me about this King of Swords. Okay, this person feels like they found their Empress. It's interesting that they're still not really telling me anything about themselves. They're talking about you. So you have the Four of Cups with the World. So initially this person, like the Four of Cups is, you know, not really being, not that they're not into it, but it's like they're being offered something by the universe, like, which is you know, a new love, and they're not taking it because they're thinking about the stuff that's happened in the past, really. But that's come to an end. Like when you have the World, that's the end of that cycle. So this person's coming out of that energy where they're like, I don't want to date anyone, or like maybe I don't want to date this person. So they're coming out of that, and they're about to make you this offer here. You have this Eight of Pentacles with the Empress here. Okay, so this person has a tendency to hide behind work. Like they're very, very good at what they do. They could do something creative, but they're very, very good at what they do. Yeah, this wants to go over here. So this is you moving into your Empress energy here, Queen of Wands. So like looking good. Looking very confident, feeling confident. The Empress, like feeling worthy of like love and success and all that shit coming in. You're definitely looking good for your business here or your job, because you have the Queen of Wands, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles here. I see This card here always reminds me of, have you ever seen Mean Girls? Where he talks about Gretchen Wiener's hair and he's like, that's why her hair's so big, it's full of secrets. So I feel like your hair is full of secrets, or there's like, there's a need here to learn how to relax more. Aquarius had the same message. There's a need to learn how to relax or create more space for these messages to come through. This is something to do with your job or your career. Your career is about to stabilize. But you have to, there's something here about you being put out in like the main, you're the main show, really. Like you're the leader, the owner, the CEO, something about this. And this is your good karma, okay? So like when it comes, just take it. Don't resist it, just take it. You moving into this Empress energy of like feeling worthy of the success coming in is like a huge milestone for you, and I think it's taken a long time. So this could even be something about, you own your own business, but you've consistently not charged enough money for it. That can happen. I had to have someone actually tell me, like one of my clients tell me that I wasn't charging enough. And I said the same thing to someone that gave me a massage like a year ago or something. Some people, it's usually the people who are like really sweet, like she was so sweet, the woman that gave me a massage, and she was so good at what she does. Like she does all kinds of things. Anyway, yeah. So it could be something like that. I see here, there's something to do with a community or like a group project. So it could be like social media. It could be leading a team, it could be running your own business, something like that. Yeah, you're growing a community. Like managing a large staff, something like this, growing your client base. You're moving out of poverty. Particularly this card here is about change and like moving house. Like if some of you have been stuck in a shitty house because you feel like you can't afford to move or something like that, that's going to change. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, because there's something here. You have this occupation card. It's like moving from, like having to do a lot of work and not really making a lot of money for it. You're moving from like being in the back to being out in the front, if you see what I mean. So yeah, figurehead, manager, something like that. And the Empress is, yeah, you're going to make a lot of money from this, whatever you're doing, Pisces. The Empress has a lot of money, male or female. It just depends who you resonate with in this reading, because it's not really about gender. It's just how they present the people in the cards to me. But if you have to choose, the King of Swords could be a more masculine energy. But, if you're a male watching this, you can still be the Empress. You could just be dealing with a feminine that's in a King of Swords energy, So there's a lot of, great fortune. You have a lot of money coming in from this. Whatever you're doing, like some kind of, it's like your business, your little project. Well, it's not a little, it's a big project that you have. Tell me about this Lover's card. Coffin. Okay. Tell me about the Lover's card. I feel like you've had problems making a decision about something. Deciding which way to move forward in life. Like this may have taken you a while to move into this energy because there was like some internal chaos about moving into this energy. Also with the Ten of Pentacles, that's a lot of money coming in, like with the Star. There's like a wish fulfillment, and you're not going to see this coming. this money coming in. You're not going to see it coming. I just keep hearing like your hair is like full of secrets. So you could have like some specialized knowledge or something that other people don't have. Okay, there's an ending here to feeling stuck. Like if you've been feeling very stuck, there's been some internal conflict about moving forward with this new job, the promotion, the business, whatever this is, okay? I also feel like you could go into business with this new person in the future. You guys could like work together or do a project together or something like that. This is like thinking differently about things. Yeah, there's like, I think you've been concerned about like moving forward with this for some reason. It could be because you've dealt with a lot of like, narcissists and things like that in the past. You know, people that have put you down and things like that. Or you've like had your voice trampled on in the past. This is like moving past that energy and just being like, you know what, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm going to say what I want, I'm going to do what I want. And if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Tell me about this King of Swords. Whoa. I'm just going to reshuffle that. Tell me about this King of Swords. Ten of Wands. King of Wands. All right. So this person could be a fire sign or an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. Okay, so you guys are a match because you have the King and Queen of Wands here. I've just clocked that. So you're a good match. You're like each other's wish fulfillment. Lots of talking going on here. You can see you guys having really fun conversations here. You guys are definitely meant to be in each other's lives. Okay, they don't really like, yeah. This person carries a lot of heartbreak that they don't show people. They could even have been in mourning for something because I see the Three of Swords and the word mourning here on this card. So they could literally have lost a person. But there's an energy of this person having been through some kind of grief or like a lot of sadness that they carry around with them, but they don't tell people, you know, or it's not easily visible with this person because they show up as the King of Wands, you know, which is like very in control, very masculine, alpha male, alpha female, you know, in control, looking good, you know, confident, all that shit. Ah, cute. Okay, this person's kind of nervous. They actually have a kind of a nervous, not a nervous disposition, but they have a tendency to think things are too good to be true. So you have this King of Wands energy, which is like a very extrovert energy, like someone with a lot of friends, you know, in charge of stuff. Like I said, alpha energy, you know, they often own their own business and stuff like this, or they're CEOs. But you also have the Hermit and the King of Cups, which indicates someone who is like a deep thinker, creative. They could spend a lot of time, they could actually spend a lot more time by themselves than you would assume this person does. Because King and Queen of Wands, you know, they're very like vivacious. They're very warm. But remember, you're showing up as the Queen of Wands here, but you could be an introvert and like to spend time by yourself too. This person's very like that. There's actually a very soft, sensitive side to this person. So you might find out that this person's like very creative or you know, they work for a charity or something like that. And they do actually spend quite a bit of their time alone thinking about stuff. They keep saying this person has had a tendency to feel a little lost, which is now kind of receding. Or like when you guys meet, this person's not going to feel quite so lost anymore. And you have the 5 of Cups. So this person's definitely been through a lot of sadness. Oh, wow. Daddy. Or mummy. You have the Emperor and the King of Cups here. So you have the Emperor and the Empress. So divine match. But like very soft energy, but very in control as well. You know, very stable. Very wise. You know, that type of energy. Ah. So you have the 6 of Pentacles here. So this person's like very giving, very generous, but they have to learn to balance this energy of thinking that things are too good to be true, because you have this 5 of Pentacles. So they have been like left out in the cold a lot in their life. And 4 of Pentacles, they have a tendency to hold back. Death. That's coming to an end. This person, they're balancing that energy that they have, like this energy of holding back and, you know, like I said, thinking things are too good to be true and stuff. There's like, because there's like, all I can see here on this 7 of Cups is a cup with a little light over it. So it's like happy, like they're learning to kind of look at the positives and, you know, think positively. And you have the Chariot here. So yeah, this is them letting go of control a little bit. I think you're dealing with someone here that likes to be in control, but that's because of all the crap that they've been through, you know, and they have put their heart on the line in the past, and like it's not worked out for them. So, you know, they're more cautious these days. But like with the Chariot, they're kind of letting go of control a bit, you know, a lot. They're having to let go of control a lot. You guys could meet through some kind of community or something like that. Yeah, and so they've been through some kind of like dark night of the soul cleansing here. So they've overcome that and they're like ready to be with you because they see you as their Queen of Cups here. So you have actually 3 matches. You have Emperor, Empress, King, Queen of Wands, King, Queen of Cups. So this is why they feel drawn to you. Because they see you as this Queen of Cups, which is someone like really sweet and compassionate and loving, like them, you know? Like on the surface, you might be like this Queen of Wands, you know, like all, you know, alluring and like confident and shit like that. But they see like underneath, you're like them, like with this Queen of Cups energy, you know, someone that's, you know, maybe not had it so easy and you've had to learn boundaries and blah, blah, blah. Because the King and Queen of Cups are just total sweethearts. You know, if I was going to pick someone out of the deck to have come up, that's kind of the partner that you want because they're so sweet. But also when you have the Wands and the Emperor and the Empress, it's like people that are very balanced. Like you guys are very balanced. So with this Knight of Wands here, this means that this person is like gathering up the courage to come forward. Okay. Also, I feel like they're doing something to impress you. They're going to try and do something to impress you. Or they're showing off or something. I don't know. But the Knight of, yeah, it's taken them a while, I think, to gather up the courage to come forward and do this. Okay. So to close the reading, Pisces, I'm going to pull some of these advice cards down here. So let me just move these because I need a little bit of space. There's something that you're doing. Yeah, I feel like this thing that you're doing, like this moving into leadership or owning your own business, there's been an element of you've been learning to basically tell people to go fuck themselves. Like you've been releasing people pleasing. So there could be an element of people pleasing that's been holding you back. You know, Because I don't know, say it's like a managerial position or something, you really have to let go of people pleasing if you're a manager, because you can't please everyone. And if you try to, people are just going to walk all over you. You always get that one dickhead that's like, you know, challenging your authority, or they won't do what they're asked, or they don't come in on time, or they don't show up for their shift, or, you know what I mean? Which is fine. You know, if they don't want the job, fair enough, like fuck off. But you can't have someone like that on the staff. So you know, you have to like, someone like that is just going to walk all over you. So you have to like remove that element of people pleasing if you're going to be in charge of stuff. You know, you just do, in my experience. Okay, what messages do you have for Pisces? Any messages for Pisces from this deck? No? Oh, okay. I'm in the wrong deck. Right, let's go into this one. There's an element here of this person like wanting to protect you because they think you're really sweet and cute and stuff. They know that you don't need protecting, because like when you guys meet, you're the Queen of Wands and you're the Empress. So Queen of Wands does not need protecting. Like, she's fierce, but Queen of Cups does a little bit, you know. Build a fairy house. There is magic everywhere. Okay. So that's, okay. I feel like this is actually about your person here, this King of Swords. You know, they kind of, they're saying bleak. So I don't know what happened. There was some kind of grieving period, or like some kind of sadness where they were like very heartbroken and they were carrying like a lot of heavy energy, and maybe just things like felt kind of bleak, and they felt like they couldn't really trust people or something like that. But this person's like learning to see the magic in things again, you know, like learning, you know, to believe in love again, to like believe in intuition and not analyze things to death, you know. Candle magic. Every day things get better. This deck is the Wishcraft Oracle, in case anyone's interested, by Stacey DeMarco. Candle magic. Every day things get better. Where do you want to put this? Here. Okay. So this is to do with your business. Okay. I don't know if some of you have done a candle spell recently, like an abundance spell or something like that. But they're telling you that your business is going to grow, or like your job is going to grow, like every day. Like every day, things with your job are going to get like a little more stable, a little better. The money's going to come in. Bake magic cookies. I can give good things to myself and others. So there's an element of needing to balance, you know, what you're giving out with what you're receiving. Like, make sure that you're taking enough time to rest, make sure that you're receiving as well as giving. But I see here there's something about you're going to be giving people things, advice, the experience of your wisdom, something like that. Bake magic cookies has an interesting undertone. Wish upon a star. I am made from the stuff of stars. I matter. Okay, so this is you moving into this Empress, Queen of Wands energy, you know, which is like very confident. It being okay with being in the spotlight, being okay with being a leader. The Empress, receiving energy. That's why this money is coming in for you, because you finally realized that you matter. Like, it's not just about giving to other people, it's about you. You're allowed to receive, you're allowed to matter. You do matter, which is actually why Spirit's like sending a little protector here for you. So I think you can be more in this Queen of Cups energy, which for those of you that do healing work or, you know, creative stuff, it'll help you be more it'll help you do that more easily, you know? Yeah, I have the confidence to be myself. This is the last card I'm going to pull, and it's something to do with this career that you're doing. Like, someone has told you, or many people have told you in the past, to like stop talking, or like your voice doesn't matter, or what you have to say is not relevant, or something like that, or you've been judged very harshly by people. So there's like a shyness or a social anxiety or a not wanting to have your voice heard, or not believing in what you're creating, not believing that people would be interested, or people like you have, that you can do like a leadership role, you know, like managing a team, owning your own business, blah, blah, blah. There's also something here about, like, the star is all about being stripped bare, you know, because she doesn't, like in the original tarot, she doesn't wear clothes, which in the tarot, it talks about someone that has nothing to hide. So there's something that you're going to be doing here where you're like showing people the real you, or you're stepping into the real you, or you're having your voice heard. You know what I mean? Something like that. Letting people, like being confident and letting people see the real you. You know, having your voice heard, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, look, leading a team. You're going to be leading some kind of team. I'm not pulling another one. So with the star as well, you might find that you suddenly get a lot of attention, like you're put into this leadership role or something. So I've just realized this reading is 37 minutes long, so I'm going to call it quits here. Thank you so much for watching, Pisces. I hope it was a useful reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.